They stepped into the swamp and didn't come back. Boats were found drifting. Lights were still burning inside. No bodies, no struggle, just silence left behind. The locals stopped going near the water. They said something was living out there. Not an animal, not a person. At night, small fires flickered deep in the marsh. Shapes moved between the trees. Low voices carried across the water. Then everything went quiet again. For years, no one could explain it, until one man decided to go in, not to explore, to document everything he saw. He pushed his boat through thick, black water. Reeds scraped along the sides. The air felt heavy. Every sound echoed too far. Then he saw the first structure, a wooden platform hidden in the mud, built low to the water, almost invisible from a distance. More appeared as he moved deeper. Bridges made from uneven planks, huts raised just above the surface. Everything connected in silence. This wasn't random. It was planned. Someone had been building here for years, carefully hidden from the outside world. Then movement. Figures stepping between the platforms, faces covered, watching him without speaking. They didn't run. They didn't hide. They just stood there, waiting. One of them raised a hand slowly, not a threat, more like a signal. Then the others began to move. They surrounded his boat without a sound. Water barely rippled. Dozens of them now, all watching. This was no accident, and he realized he had entered something organized. They guided him forward, deeper into the swamp, through narrow channels, past structures that shouldn't exist. More platforms appeared, larger this time, connected like streets. A hidden settlement rising from the water. Tools were laid out in rows, boats tied in perfect lines. Nothing looked abandoned. Everything was in use. But no one spoke. Not a word. Only gestures. Only movement. Then he saw the center. A wide clearing in the marsh. A large structure raised above the rest. Built from stronger wood. They brought him inside. Lantern light flickered across the walls. Maps were spread across a table. Routes marked through the swamp. This wasn't just hiding. It was control. They knew every path, every entry point. And then he understood. People weren't disappearing randomly. They were being taken, pulled into this system. New boats arrived silently at night. Figures were led off them, disoriented, confused. Some resisted, some didn't. But none were allowed to leave. The swamp closed around them. This place was a network, hidden from maps, hidden from law, operating just out of sight. They moved goods through the water, avoiding roads completely, avoiding towns, avoiding attention. Anyone who stumbled too close was absorbed into it. He watched as supplies were passed between platforms, crates moving hand to hand, boats slipping in and out of channels. Everything timed perfectly. No chaos, no confusion, just quiet, controlled movement through darkness. Even the fires were deliberate, placed low, shielded by wood, invisible from a distance. This was designed to never be found. And yet, he was standing in the middle of it. One figure stepped forward, older than the others, face uncovered, eyes locked on him. No anger, no fear, just calculation. The man pointed to the water, then back to the structures, then slowly shook his head. A warning, not an explanation. You don't leave here. The realization hit all at once, and every silent movement suddenly felt like a trap closing. He backed toward his boat. No one stopped him. No one moved. They just watched. As he pushed away, the structures faded behind him. The lights disappeared one by one. The swamp swallowed everything. When he reached open water, it looked empty again. No platforms, no fires, no people, just still water. He returned with a story no one believed, until more boats were found, drifting, empty, lights still burning inside,